You know that feeling when you do not know what to wear? Like nothing you try on is quite right. Your walls are no different. They can't go outside naked either. Put some clothes on!
Welcome to the wonderful world of Oh So Lovingly, where life imitates art, discovering beauty in the everyday, with whimsy and elegance around every corner. This week, I am bringing you with me to some beautiful spring shopping to gather inspiration for artwork. We're talking about how to decorate a beautiful home with chinoiserie artwork and giving you a super secret bonus tip that designers use. I'm going to bring you with me with a girlfriend to brunch, and we are painting some new exciting chinoiserie in the studio. I'm so happy you're here. Let me know in the comments where you're watching from, and let's take in the beauty of the world slower and more intentionally, because there is beauty all around us.
I'll never forget when Steven and I returned from our honeymoon and the fun of the wedding and the honeymoon was starting to settle. I felt so overwhelmed by the amount of empty wall space in this home before we decorated. I was like, where do I start? How can I make beautiful vignettes with so much wall? I really just didn't know where to start in making my space feel happy. Luckily you have me, because honey, I've been there and I know how overwhelming it feels to decorate a home. But we're gonna take it one step at a time and put some clothes back on your slutty little walls. The first question to ask yourself is, what is this room for? If you were gonna be dining in or near the area, then you could always do something like a beautiful plate wall, or you could even hang copper pots in a really beautiful formation. I love that look. It's so English countryside. I do also adore the look of a chinoiserie mural in a dining room, but with a plate wall hanging over it to kind of break up the room and further define it architecturally. My plate wall above my buffet table is really something I enjoy doing. The chinoiserie plates were absolutely perfect for that area. They were just what that space needed to really lift it up toward the ceiling. I spoke about this a few vlogs ago. It's something you see right here in this frame. I don't stop at a table. I don't stop at a surface. My decor mind thinks up the wall to the ceiling. And so right behind me, what I have is a beautiful cabinet. This is a Facebook Marketplace find. You guys, this was $100. Yeah. I didn't stop with the decor of the cabinet. I thought to myself, what about the top of the cabinet? What about touching the ceiling baskets? I love a beautiful look that reaches to the ceiling and that actually can give you the illusion of taller ceilings. Not only taller ceilings, but it's just cozier and it feels more curated. Great wall art actually will make your ceilings look higher. So vertical art and vertical stripes, so like a striped wallpaper or a long chinoiserie panel like I have available on my website, actually makes your ceilings look taller. It's a little trick for you. In interior design, the group of 3 suggests that a group of 3 or 5 is more pleasing to the eye than a group of 4 or 6 or any even number. So typically when you're decorating, if you're not trying to achieve symmetry around a certain piece, then odd numbers are your way to go. But if you're looking for a wow factor in your space, go with a triptych. Behind me is a diptych, and that's just a pair of 2. And a triptych is a pair of 3 chinoiserie panels. And I love selling the triptychs. In fact, I just sold one this morning. This customer got a 30 by 40 giant triptych of my bamboo. I cannot wait to see how she styles it. I'm gonna shout her out. Her name is Tatiana. So thank you, Tatiana. I hope they bring you so much joy. But my absolute favorite way to style your chinoiserie panels is to make wainscoting frames for them. This is an absolutely ethereal and elevated and magical and whimsical way to style chinoiserie panels. This is how I do custom pieces. Most often is I am actually producing silk panels for someone in their exact preferred color, painting exactly what they want me to include. It's just so much fun to turn your dining room into a wonderland. And the great thing about doing this method as opposed to full-on de gournay hand-painted chinoiserie wallpaper is if it's a panel, you can bring it with you. Much easier than you can bring wallpaper with you. And if you want to redecorate a room, you can absolutely redecorate it way easier than it would be to remove your very expensive décorné wallpaper. So chinoiserie panels are an amazing and very versatile and very adaptable way to make your home so elevated. I tell renters a lot, like, just do a pair of panels. You can put them anywhere. They can go in any space and you can bring them with you. Now, when it comes to doing a gallery wall, I adore my 𝑶𝑷𝑬𝑵 botanical art prints. They are so perfect. 𝑶𝑷𝑬𝑵 in French translates to in green. And these prints are absolutely divine. I wanted to make my own version of botanical prints, but that felt really playful and really elevated. That's what 𝑶𝑷𝑬𝑵 is. And all month long, I wanted to introduce a pick 5 sale. So if you pick out 5 of your favorite 𝑶𝑷𝑬𝑵 art prints, you get 15% off of the bundle. And it's so fun to decorate with these. Like, I've seen people put them in their entryway. One of my favorite bloggers put 5 above her bed, like in a row, and it was beautiful. That is all month long, so pick 5. I'll put the link below to those art prints. They're so cute. They're just so happy. So I hope you have fun perusing for those. If you do have a space where you want to do like a gallery wall, my favorite thing to do is use Canva. Take a photo of the wall and put your photos up there and just rearrange them and see what speaks to you. And I'll encourage you, you don't have to have perfect lines between your frames. Break those up. Like, they don't have to be perfect. Just have fun playing with like the formation with which you're going to hang your artwork. One question I have been getting a lot is, how do I do a gallery wall in a room that's 2 stories? Like a big 2-story gallery wall. Go crazy with one style. Do a pressed floral botanical series. Do frames that are all the same and do pressed florals. Something like that would be incredible. You could do that, or you could do a bunch of intaglios. I know it's a big investment talking about 2 stories of framed artwork, but that's a room that deserves an impact that you're going to be like wowed by, and that will wow people for years to come. So that is my best tip. I know it's going to be an expense, but that is my best tip for a gallery wall to cover 2 stories. I think that is just wow. Beautiful. So definitely take advantage of my pick 5 15% off art prints. And again, I am obsessed with the way these look in a space. All of my artwork, all of my chinoiserie panels, they come framed. So you could either select a gold bamboo frame or an antique gold frame. They're both stunningly beautiful. Are you ready for my bonus tip? This is something that interior designers actually do, and I do it, and it is absolutely so transformative. I mean, this is such a big secret. I don't think there's even a name for it, but I'm coming up with a name for it for you today. Brackets. I'm just calling it brackets. What do brackets do? They close in an area. They signify that this is contained within what is in these brackets. What are brackets when you're hanging art and hanging chinoiserie panels? Brackets are something that's smaller than the actual artwork on either side that completes the vignette. You'll notice I did this in the kitchen too, where my art prints are on either side of the kitchen cabinet. That's why my plates are on either side of the mirror hanging above the buffet table. Brackets are everything. Brackets mean you're done. Brackets can be a wall mount, like I have on either side of my bulletin board above my desk, and it helps your mind make sense of where to focus its attention. So your eye knows to look at the art in the middle of these beautiful, gorgeous sconces, which, by the way, my husband's grandmother owned these, and I never got to know her, but I think we would get along famously. So brackets. Brackets are amazing. They kind of just put a bow on any little area where you're trying to do something really beautiful and intentional. So that is my super secret tip, and I hope you have fun with it, because you could get beautiful sconces at an antique store or a wall mount at an estate sale. Like, there's so many beautiful ways to incorporate the brackets around your artwork. I hope this has been so helpful. I love talking about this. If you have any questions, pop them in the comments below, or email me and have a little peruse on my website to see if anything speaks to you. I truly adore painting chinoiserie. I have a lot of new panels planned in the future, and I'm so excited. So I'm heading right now to meet up with Vicky. We were gonna meet at Henri's, but then I realized we're doing brunch. Henri's is fine for like a sandwich or like coffee. Brunch, we go into 𝑫𝑬𝑻𝑨𝑰𝑳𝑺. I was like, listen, you've never been and you're from New York and you're gonna love 𝑫𝑬𝑚𝑨𝑰𝑳𝑺. So we changed plans up a little bit and we're gonna go to 𝑫𝑬𝑻𝑨𝑰𝑳𝑺, which is one of my favorites, absolutely one of my favorites. So I'm so excited to introduce her. And she's never been to Boxwoods. So I'm also going to introduce her to Boxwoods, and I just think she's gonna absolutely fall in love. So I'm so excited.
I mean, look how beautiful the terrarium setups were. 𝑫𝑬𝑚𝑨𝑰𝑳𝑺 has amazing baked goods. They sell their fresh bread and it's always such a delight. Sadly this time their quiche was out. They were out of it, and that was what I had my heart set on. So I just got avocado toast. Vicky got the smoked salmon, and it was so delightful, and Vicky is obsessed with it, and she's like bringing her husband back. It really actually did remind her of New York, so it was really special. This is Boxwoods. This was Vicky's first experience in Boxwoods, and there was so much beautiful inspiration everywhere today. We loved looking at all of the textiles, and my friend Vicky is also an avid art fan, so we had a lot of fun. I loved this giant pagoda birdhouse. Amazing. The Hall of Orchids was truly blossoming today. And I was stuck looking at the beautiful spotted orchid. Like, I will be painting this. I will absolutely be painting this orchid. It's stunning. And I loved this little moss. I loved the hydrangeas. The pink center of the hydrangeas where the color gets really dark, that was just really speaking to me today. I was so happy. The myrtle topiaries are always just so happy. What beautiful. This is my foot. That's how big they are. That's my foot. That's how big the hydrangeas are. Oh wow, that's amazing. Oh, wow. I love to see how they decorate a tablescape and how they decorate the shelves. It's really inspiring to come and see new ways of just like, I don't know if you're like me, every now and then I just kind of like want to rearrange rooms in my house, and coming to shops really gives you so many ideas of like, oh, I think I should do my table like this next time, or maybe I could move my table over there and do a whole new formation on my table. So I don't know, it just gives you so many ideas of how to refresh your home. And the poppies, oh my gosh, I'm gonna also be painting these. I'm so happy. I had to get an up close view of them. Loved all of the unique little blooms. So happy. Then on the way home, I popped into Turnage Place because I had to see this dresser that was owned by a composer in New York.
What? This is so beautiful. Look at the crackling detail. Oh my gosh. What? This is adorable. What is this? Like, was this like a...
Do you know who Cole Porter was? He was, don't Google him. He was a composer in New York. And this was in his
oh my god,
apartment in New York. It was one of the pieces. And then somebody inherited it.
hilarious. He's like a bobblehead too.
He's a bobblehead.
Oh my gosh, that is wild.
They had so many beautiful new mirrors in. I loved the little sheep and this desk. That's my new dream desk. I really want that desk. Love looking at the vintage books. Lots of beautiful porcelain here. They have really beautiful armoires if you're looking for something that's really a showstopper. Those sconces were to die for. Loved this beautiful platter. It looks a lot like heron, but it's not. That console table was, someone come buy it. Just someone come buy it. I don't need it. But yeah, Turnage Place has a lot right now, and it's all so happy. Loved these frames too.
Back home, and I cannot wait to get in the studio and start some sketches because I had so much inspiration come about from my little brunch date and from just perusing the shops in the area. There's so much inspiration everywhere, especially this time of year. And in spring, I really prioritize filling my creative well with beauty and studying it and taking it in and allowing myself to do that. I'm going to start sketching out a couple of ideas that I've had, and I just really want to see how these go. I want to see if these ideas that I've had in my head for maybe a few days now, if they're going to look great on paper. I'm gonna get started on a white design. Yeah, I'm excited to try a white base coat chinoiserie. And I'm gonna sketch out something here and then just see where it goes and see how much I like it. Executive decision, I'm cutting this in half.
So this is my process. It typically starts on the iPad if I have a new idea, which I'm referencing here as I start to sketch out these peonies. I really do love this sketching process. Like even before I started painting, I've always loved drawing. I've always been a drawer. So this step is really equally fun for me, to be honest. Like I love every single part of the process. And studying what I have planned to do and making sure what I am sketching out matches is always part of the process, to just pause and see if I'm going at the right direction. I'm grabbing the acrylic gouache paint. So I've started the acrylic gouache layer, laying that down and making the white layer of this paint. And this is actually something I've been so scared to do for so long, and I've been just putting it off, and I feel like I haven't been confident enough. But I've just had some inspiration lately and I'm going for it. So this is the white base layer chinoiserie method, and it's different than the other methods, so I'm just kind of learning to walk. I'm taking little bitty steps to get there.
Okay, so I've got the background layer done, and I'm going to mix a shading layer. I'm thinking with this nice gold, which is going to draw out that brown, and it'd be a really nice complement. So I'm going to mix a shading color.
So I'm going to add a little bit of white to that yellow color because I want it to be a subtle shade. And this is what's great about gouache. You add a little bit of water and it's reactivated and you are ready to paint. So that's what I'm doing here, mixing a nice gold color, and I'm starting shading on the peony petals. When I say this is a different technique than other chinoiserie, it's really the same technique, but it's on a different surface. So I here am painting on acrylic paint instead of shading over watercolor. It just creates a different kind of surface, and I'm actually enjoying it quite a lot because the result is so beautiful and it's so striking. I really love the versatility of the white method because you can do any kind of shading color on top of your flowers or on top of your leaves. And so I'm mixing a leaf color here, adding some water to activate that, and starting to add the shading on the leaves. This part is a little challenging, and I'm just still like taking baby steps, like learning to walk with this method because the shading is what is so different, and that's going to take me a minute to get used to. But I'm really excited just seeing how absolutely beautiful this is. That alone is like giving me so much inspiration. So I'm doing 2 different colors for the leaves, and honestly, in the next vlog, this will pop. This will absolutely come to life. This is not even halfway, but I'm really excited to be experimenting with this new method. It's really fun, and it's so beautiful. Okay, so this is where I've left off for this vlog. Definitely it will pop in the next one. So make sure you come back next week to see how these really get transformed. But my idea is to put these in these frames, the burl wood. I love how the burl is going to pull out that nice deep brown tone in the background of these. This is halfway through. I would say we're not even halfway through on these, but I'm so proud of myself because I've been wanting to tackle the white background chinoiserie for a long time, and it's like really intimidated me. But yeah, I actually think it's gonna turn out really great. So next week this will be a lot farther along and we will get to continue the process then. But I'm really excited with where we ended up with these tonight. They're really so delicate and sweet. Oh hi. This has become somewhat of my morning routine, coming out here and working on the artist's way. I've never had this experience before where a book finds me. Story time. I started seeing like random videos on YouTube about this book, The Artist's Way, because I'm an artist. I guess that's how this ad got served to me. I kept looking into it and I was like, okay, what is this? It's beautiful. It's a 12-week course that literally leads you through to unblocking your creativity, because the author Julia Cameron is a really accomplished writer, and she started teaching workshops on how to unblock people creatively and how to, the biggest thing for me is how to get rid of limiting beliefs about yourself. Will you listen to that? When I tell you this book found me, I was looking it up and I was like reading about it a little bit here and there. So then I reached out to my friend Sarah Catherine, who y'all have met before. She's an amazing abstract artist here in Atlanta. And I said, okay, I need an accountability partner because this has daily homework, weekly homework. Like it's an hour a day for 12 weeks to work on the contents and the assignments of this book. So I told Sarah Catherine, I was like, I need an accountability partner. Would you want to do this with me? And she said, what? I was literally just gifted this by a client, and she sends me a selfie of her and her client holding this book up in the selfie. I was like, okay, that's definitely a sign I need to do this. More than this, I've been wanting, literally, I've already highlighted like every page. It is really great. It's really great. If you do anything creative, or if you want to, what this book will allow you to do, from what I have seen, and it is only week 1, I'm going to be documenting my process because it's 12 weeks and that's 3 months. So that's 3 months. I'm going to be documenting my process. Every morning you're supposed to write 3 pages of a journal entries. You can just write nothingness, and that's part of the homework. So you write every day, you read every day, and then once a week you do an artist date, which is basically what the author describes as It's nurturing your inner child artist, because when we were all young, we inevitably heard from someone, keep dreaming, keep dreaming. But you're like, well, no, I have to do this. This is the only thing I get fulfillment from. I will die if I do the route you're telling me to do. I've always felt like that. So anyway, I am like halfway through my week 1 chapter, and I want to read you something from it because this is so profound. It's truly so profound. Yeah, listen to this. Like literally what I was just saying. Listen to this. Timid young artists, adding parental fears to their own, often give up their sunny dreams of artistic careers, settling into the twilight world of could have been and regrets. If that's not the realest thing I've ever heard. It does feel like a twilight world when you aren't living in your creative zone. It really does. It feels like this isn't natural. So this book helps you recover that creativity that you were born with, but lies have just completely poured over it, like, and buried it in the dirt. Like every time you believed a lie, it just buried that farther down into the ground. There's a couple of lies that I wrote down in a journal, and a friend of mine who has also heard of this book, I was telling her one of the lies I believe about myself. And y'all, it's so harsh. And it's something you would never tell another person in your life. Like you'd never tell a friend this, but it's the things we tell ourselves. I wrote this down in my journal, and it was a lie that I am fully believing. And it said, everyone but me knows I'll always just be a dreamer. And my friend was like, that is so freaking harsh. And I was like, I know. So this practice helps to squelch that voice and says, okay, you be quiet, you critical voice, you be quiet. There are women at work here. That's what this helps with, and it's just so profound. I love this quote by Picasso, and I have known this to be true. Like I have felt it and I've seen it. Every child is an artist. The problem is how to remain an artist once he grows up. So anyway, this is my routine. Every morning, I really love to come outside this time of year and do this, but I like to journal and go through my chapters.
Okay, I just came inside to a new shipment from Southern Sparrow. I'm so excited to show you guys what this is. Ooh! This is a very useful box. I will be keeping this. Oh my gosh! Oh, wow. Oh my gosh, it's like way bigger than I thought. If you haven't guessed by now, you will definitely know when I open the next box. Oh my gosh! Aw, thank you guys. Southern Sparrow, Jessica. Oh my gosh. Do you know what it is yet? So on brand for me. I am very excited. All of my girlfriends are so excited. Last chance for guesses. Last chance for guesses. Ah! They're so pretty! Mahjong, my babies. Okay, but stop it. Stop it! What? What? They're ginger jars. They're ginger jars! This is the Chinoiserie set that the Southern Sparrow designed. Oh my gosh, look at these! They're little koi fish. I cannot, and they're pink, by the way, these towels are pink. I cannot. I mean, what? I am so excited. I just need to get my girlfriends together. I need to get my girlfriends. We need to have a big party and we need to play Mahjong. I feel like my in-laws would love this too. Okay, I'm going to learn and I cannot wait. Y'all have got to see this mat. Y'all have got to see this mat. It is so me. I'm keeping this box too. I like that box. It's green and white bamboo. So cute. Oh my gosh, this is perfect because today is actually St. Paddy's Day and I have an exciting day planned, but I had to unbox this. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. Today, I am so excited because this is Steven's annual St. Paddy's Day gig with his buds. I'm wearing the perfect green dress to go listen to them play. I'm so excited about the music that they're doing. And the piece de resistance of this outfit is lay hat. I'm so excited because it's outside, and of course you know your girl has SPF on, but as a redhead, that's never enough. It feels so great out today, obviously, because I was like outside for the morning. This is one of my favorite sun hats. It's by, I need to pull my hair behind my ear. It's by Sunshine Tienda. Should I tie in a bow? Kind of cute. Oh yeah! Yes! I love that it stays on your head even if the wind blows. Every time I wear this hat, I swear up to here I'm in shade, and that is perfect for my redhead self. We have a couple of friends coming tonight, so let's adjourn to the Irish pub.
Brown-eyed girl, you're my brown-eyed girl. Whatever happened when I wake up, all I know I'm gonna be these mighty Christmas to you. When I get home, all I know I'm gonna be mine, go to you. The feather and the feather and the chick and the chick and the yank and the yank and the mist and the mist and the twig and the twig and the branch and the branch and the tree and the tree and the hole and the hole and the bug and the bug down in the valley. Sweet home Alabama, where the skies are so blue. Sweet home Alabama, Lord, I come in home to you.
I don't know what I would do without my iPad. I have to shout out my sweet husband who got me this. Always like believed in me, but not just like by saying he does, but like doing the things and doing sweet things for me. So he got me this iPad. I could not do any of this without this iPad. I mean, I could, it would just be like harder. It's incredible. So I'm gonna work on a little sketch. I had this idea pop into my head when I was outside, and I'll show you guys. I'm getting too perfectionist with it. Just be done. For those of you wondering, this is the Print Fresh dress that they gifted me when I shot a commercial for them. I like love this dress. It's like the best house dress. Okay, this is like a little start of what I am thinking and brainstorming on, and I'm gonna come back to it maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, because I have to give it some time to know if I really like it or not. And because I have morning and night homework from The Artist's Way, I am going to do a little bit of that right now. And I'm excited because what I'm doing tonight is actually something called time travel. And I'm kind of going back in time and listing the source of some of the creative blocks that I still carry with me today. So I'm like going to be reflecting on that. List 3 old enemies of your creative self-worth. Please be as specific as possible in doing this exercise. This is your monster hall of fame. More monsters will come to you as you work through your recovery. It is always necessary to acknowledge creative injuries and grieve them. Otherwise, they become creative scar tissue and block your growth. It's so true. But I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning, my beauties. Welcome to another beautiful day. It is Sunday. We have fresh bread, and it is a gorgeous day. Y'all, last night was so fun.
It was so fun. We, like, my throat was hurting by the time I got home because we were just like having such a good time, just like yelling. And you know when you're somewhere where there's live music and you have to talk louder, so we had that going on, but then we just had so much fun together. It was such a good time. Oh my gosh. And Steven got to be his country self, and he was in heaven. It was so good. We had a blast. Oh my gosh. We had the best friends. So this morning, this is my church look. I love this print fresh dress. Like, absolutely am obsessed with it. So today is a slow Sunday. I'm gonna go to our natural grocery store, pick up a couple of things. So I need more ginger root powder. Ginger root powder has been incredible. So remember, I think it was the last video I told you about what I do every night for my apple cider vinegar tea. But I've started adding ginger root powder to it. Not just like ginger root powder. It's different and it's like even more potent. So the ginger root powder goes into the tea with my honey and then my apple cider vinegar, and I have it every night. And I don't have that much of the ginger root powder at one time because it is really strong. It's basically the next best thing. It actually kind of is equivalent to having like fresh cubed ginger. Every time though I have bought ginger to cube and put in my tea for that very purpose, it's like I just forget that it is in the fridge. Ginger root powder is my answer instead of fresh ginger, because I just apparently forget that it's there. I forget that I owned any ginger and it just goes bad. I went outside again this morning for just a little bit to really do my homework of the book. This has been such an interesting experience, learning about creativity and learning how, I guess in the last vlog I felt like I didn't know what to do next after my big bamboo panels. I was like kind of tapped out creatively. I was like, I have no idea what's next. I have no ideas. I have no inspiration. Like, all of it went into that big project. And this book has helped me understand, like, that is normal. That is okay. I used a lot of my creative well. I drew out of my creative well a lot to finish those panels. So I need to replenish it. And I never thought about it like that, but it's so true. So it's just been such a great start to this book. So I'm excited about it, and there's a lot of homework that goes with it. So I'm going to be doing a lot of that. I'm especially nervous for week 4, I think, because that's when you have a reading diet. Like, you're not supposed to read anything. So no social media, no like texting, right? Like, it is a commitment. It is 12 weeks, at least an hour a day. But it's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. I hope that my livelihood is my creativity one day, and so it's worth it to me. But yeah, I thought it was really, really amazing. Just the start of this book has been great. So I'm gonna come home and do a couple more of my homework pieces for that. So happy you're here. Let's head to church.
Oh, hi again, it's me. The fun does not have to end because I want you to have some ideas and some inspiration for how to make a beautiful wall vignette. And if you want truly gorgeous show-stopping inspiration, check out this video next. This is the Home Decorators Show House tour. It was absolutely amazing this past Christmas. There were so many beautiful things to see, and I hope that watching this video next will give you some inspiration for how to make your home into a sanctuary where you love to be. I'll see y'all next week.